Hello everyone, this is Pilpoh. Welcome back to all the mods 10. No AE, no BEE, and no seeds. Okay, that'll do. That'll do for today. Yeah. Thank you for all of your comments on, I think it was episode 2. I haven't even seen the comments for episode 3 yet, but I love them. I love them. They've been awesome. Genuinely amazing. Now, as you can see, I've decided that we're going to change out the entire base so it's sort of wood themed. I did not like the I really like this texture, by the way. I did not like the cobblestone being there, if I'm honest. What else did I do? Oh, this is a good one as well. I've got an oak drawer, a 1x2 oak drawer, and I put one of these in there, a puller upgrade. So this was actually kind of expensive, I will admit. Bit of redstone, bit of a drawer, and a hopper. But all it does is it pulls from the output item area of our iron farm. And you can see we've already got like a ton of stuff in here. Now, before we do anything today, you can see I've got a stone sword. And the whole reason I've got a stone sword is because I want to go and clear out this area. Now, I did chop down all of the... Okay, I chopped down most of the cobwebs that we see. Oh my giddy aunt. That's not what I wanted to do at all, was it? Okay, good. We got out of there, at least. We didn't even pick up any of the stuff. Poop. Right. Oh, come on. Eat up. Thank you. Backpack is doing me proud. Now, oh, before we do anything as well. Rune. Have I not got any runes? I swear I had one of these blank rune stones. Bees is a good way to get it, but we gotta do bees. Yeah, we're gonna... Hopefully, what I can do is find one of these blank rune stones. I can use some poisonous potatoes to make a nature rune. And then you can use a nature rune with a piece of mithril. And there's tons of mithril down bedrock. It's actually insane the amount of mithril we've got. And then you can make the poison ward ring, which grants you immunity to poison, which I absolutely love. Now, before we go, I need a new sword. Oh, flipping X. Sword. There you go. Okay, we're not using that one. Let's do just a regular old iron sword. Why not? And I want to get in there. I might just cover this up at this point, if I'm honest. But I really want that string. I think the string would be a very... Also, oh, flipping back got in my way. I'm pretty sure there is a spawner in there. I knew it. All right, let me go grab my cardboard box because I'm gonna nick that spawner and we're gonna turn it into a Enderman spawner today. I think. I do like my spawners in this playthrough. Cardboard box. Cardboard box. There we go. I still don't have my my usual mouse right now, so it is a little weird, I will admit. Anyway, what you can do is you can come in here like this. Stick that on. Okay, none of them can get to me, can they? Good. I can bane mine and get rid of all of this wool. There's a regular spider in here as well. Love it. Well, you know what? I'm very tempted to go and get some lava. Okay, let's go get a bucket of lava real quick and we'll dump it on them. Because that way we can get in there. We can actually get all that string. Oh, I'd like that. Yeah, getting the string would be... Oh, but then it would destroy all of the string that's already dropped. I'm just going to go in there. I thought I'd record this, definitely, because... Okay, let me down. Thank you. Hopefully, I'm not going to die. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to die. Oh, my giddy aunt. I want that wool as well, please. All right. Uh-oh. Okay, there. Oh my goodness, I didn't even get it in the end. Oh, flipping heck. Slash home again. This is difficult. This is very difficult. Can we make a magnet? I'm pretty sure we can make a magnet at this point. I got another ender pearl from a quest. Come on, stop being poisoned. Thank you. We can at least turn this on and we can fly back in there and grab all of that stuff. And then I can go put some lava in there, can't I? So, it's a good idea. Yeah, and then we can actually pick up the cardboard box as well. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Nice one. Right. Is it this one? No. Close enough, innit? Oh, magnet was a great idea. Okay, right. Let's pick this up. And then we will make like a tree and get out of there. Now, we did get ourselves a Eye of Ender as a quest reward. It wasn't an Ender Pearl, but we got a couple of them. I forgot about that. That's really good. These things right here, the Ender Inhibitor, well, you can read it. It says inhibits teleportation for entities up to 8 blocks. This counts on, well, Enderman. So Enderman can't TP away, basically. So if you make yourself a Enderman spawner, they won't be able to teleport away using this thing, right? That's the plan, at least. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn this into an Enderman spawner. And the good thing is we just got a load of wool, didn't we? Yeah, good. And stick. And we can make ourselves a mob swab. Love it. Right, we're going to pop into the... before we go, I should do a thing. I'm going to go into the nether because I want to go get an Enderman. We are going to claim this area right here. And we're going to chunk load it. That means that if we're not here, it's always going to be loaded. So we could be the other side of the map if we wanted to be. And it'll still be loaded. We could be in another dimension and it'll still be loaded. Which is so nice for us. Because that means we can fly about in the nether and not have to worry about it. First time in the nether this time I've turned it on. So, yeah, there should be a bunch. I think it's up here, isn't it? Should be a bunch of Endermen. Now, the best way to find them... Oh, my goodness, there's a bunch of them there. There we go. Best way to find them is if we do this. You can see on the map there's an Enderman there, there's an Enderman there. Enderman over in this direction, I think. There we go. Enderman, thank you. And we can go home. Good stuff. Right, with this, have we got an egg? That was a point. Do we need an egg? I forget how you're supposed to use these. No. Cool. We just need a bucket of experience. We do have the Eyes of Ender. Okay, we got those from quests. So I'm definitely going to use those, I think. Now, you do need to make yourself a singularity tank. It holds 32 buckets. Actually really good. And also, there's another type of tank. Yeah, jumbo tank, which holds 1,024 buckets. It's insane. So if we do this, and then I should have a bucket in here. Yeah, we'll take one bucket like that. And where am I going to put it? I'm just going to put it there. We're going to stand on top. And you can see it's draining fluid XP out of us right there. You can get ourselves a fluid XP bucket. So with this one, we can do that. Stick that one in. It's using the rice for some reason, but that's fine. Get ourselves a GM chicken feed. Now, I'm out over here because there's an absolute ton of chimkins right there.
Happy birthday, Taco!
Dark Osto is the creator of mob grinding utils. I had that question yesterday on my Discord. And also, it's kind of a running joke. Dark Osto also made the Sky Factory pack. Which we love the Sky Factory pack. We do. So I'm going to chuck this one in my charm slot. Just like that. So we got a magnet at all times now. I probably should upgrade it at some point, but we're not going to right now. Anyway, the Enderman spawn egg right here. This thing is super, super nice. Because what we can do, I'm going to place this one down. I'm going to quickly, yeah. I did go mining, by the way, between episodes. And I got a ridiculous amount of diamonds, which is actually really nice. I probably should have made more diamond pickaxes, if I'm honest. But yeah, you can see I've already used like quite a bit of durability on my Fortune 5 one. Anyway, cave spider spawn egg. Take the Enderman spawn egg. Chuck it in there. And now we've got an Enderman spawner. How cool is that? Now, another thing I am going to do today, if we've got enough stuff for it, I want to make myself a mob crusher. Oh, is it not called that? It's called the mob masher, isn't it? Masher. That's the badger. Yeah, this thing. I think this is... Oh, and we need a bunch of iron, and all of my iron's over here right now. I will as well today. That's the plan for today. We're going to make a mob farm. I was going to try and set up some good power, but we can do that another time, right? So we're going to make a mob masher. We're going to set up proper automated, like, mob farm. I think that'd be a really, really good one to do. I really enjoy making mob farms. So, yeah. And I know that they're not the easiest thing to set up. So people always want to know, like, the best way to do it. And I've got a couple of ways that we could be doing it. So I'm going to try and impart my wisdom, as it were. Okay, so we're just making this mob masher right now. And 1, 2, I think that's going to be everything we need for the mob masher. Now, this thing is ridiculously good because it basically, if any mob hits this, including yourself, by the way, so be careful with these. That would be my first death, wouldn't it? Or my only death in this series. Me killing myself to a mob masher. So I've got to be ridiculously sort of careful with these. But yeah, the mob masher will just kill stuff. And you can put like loads of upgrades in there. So you can put like sharpness upgrades. You can put luck upgrades, which I will definitely be doing. Let's get a bunch of blue dye and we'll do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. There we go. So you only need 10. We're just doing the luck ones for now. I'm also going to grab myself some dripstone. I'm going to leave 1 dripstone in there because we can always farm more pointed dripstone. So you can stick this on here and it reduces the initial health of the mob that's in there. So I think the lowest is 20. So you can't do anything lower than 20. So I think that's a good idea right there. I'm going to pick this one back up. I might make a second. Yeah, there we go. Make a second cardboard box. And we'll go pick up the one that I set up down here for the blazes. Oh, it's changed. It's changed quite a bit. We love it. This looks... I think I've made this look really nice. I never really do anything to make stuff look nice in my packs. So I'm trying with little builds like this to make it look good. So what we've got right here is, I did say that there was other ways to like move mobs around. Now this might still make them like get trapped behind the spawners right here, which I'm a little worried about, but if they get trapped, right? Nothing I can do about it right now. I can maybe put some fans here as well. Anyway, this fan right here, if I have a look, show area. I should probably put 1 more range in there. I didn't realize that. Okay. Well, this one is supposed to blow them so they end up basically here. And, well, hopefully we'll get them so it blows them directly into the mob masher. That'll be really nice. So that'll do that. I'm going to hide that area again. And then we've got these 2 on the side. So if, for example, they spawn here, they will get blown over to here. And then the mob fan right there will push them directly into this. I do need to put 2 more range upgrades in this, don't I? So the way that these work, these upgrades on the mob fan, I should probably show you it actually running, right? There you go. Turn it on like that. Now I'm going to go in like this. And if I drop down, see, it pushes me towards this. I have put redstone. How the heck am I going to get out of here? Does this work? Can you press? No. Okay. Okay. This is going to be difficult. This could be a difficult one. How do we get out? I mean, if I can get... Oh, actually, yeah. We've got this little area right here. And then from here, if I can reach it, turn off the fans. Good. I mean, not good, because obviously we want mobs to not be able to hang around in this area right here, but still. What these do, on the back of them, I've got the redstone links, and they're all linked up to the exact same one. I didn't have one that looked like a fan, so I'm just gonna use the looting upgrades that we've made, right? Then I put another redstone link underneath the mob masher right there, so I can turn the mob masher on. That thing does a lot of damage, by the way. So do not get trapped in there with that mob masher on and the fans on. That would be my first death, wouldn't it? And then, obviously, we've got the blaze spawner, which I will, at some point, will probably come in here and put, like, a bunch of different things onto this, right? So, like, we could put, what's the thing called? The nether star to make it so it runs all the time. I'll put loads of clocks and loads of sugar on this as well to make it spawn in, like, loads and loads and loads. And then we'll up the spawn count. We'll up the max entities. Activation range won't matter after a little while. And we'll use some echo shards on it later on. 5 echo shards. And they drop, like, a ridiculous amount of mob drops. That's really, really useful. The other one, obviously, it's the exact same, except the Endermen have their initial health is at 20%. So they die, like, almost instantly to this. So we'll stick those 2 in, and then this should be able for us to seal it up for now. And if I want to get back in, I can. So if we do that and show area, there you go. It's going to push it directly to this bit. So we're not going to have any more issues. And I'm going to seal it up. 1 and 2. Now, right here, I've got myself a spruce diamond barrel. Why is it spruce? I don't think I made it spruce. Anyway, I've got a diamond barrel right here. Diamond barrel. Barrel diamond. One right here. You start with just a regular sophisticated storage barrel. So that's just you take a barrel, you put a redstone torch with it, or you build it with a redstone torch in the middle. And then you can upgrade this to a iron barrel, which basically makes it a double chest instead of a single chest barrel. And then you can upgrade it again, and you can make it a gold barrel. And you can upgrade it again after that one, and you can make it a diamond barrel, and it has like a ridiculous amount of slots in it. Now, I've added 3 different types of upgrades here. I've got the magnet upgrade. That just means anything in a certain area will get picked up by the spruce diamond barrel. I've got the stack upgrade tier 2. Multiplies the number of stacks that can fit in a slot by 4. I don't think it's multiplicative. Like if I take this one out, for example, let me have a look. 256. Oh, it is multiplicative. Yeah, that's pretty good. Multiplicative, meaning if you put in... So if you can have 64 in here, times it by 4, it is 256. And then if you times that by 4, it's 1024. That's pretty good. Cool. And then I have got a void upgrade, but I haven't actually found anything from these 2, the blaze and the enderman, that I want to void. Because if you have a look at it, blaze rods and molten cores are the only 2 things. Oh, actually, there will be one, and that's the blaze instruction manual from Iron Spells and Spellbooks. Yeah, okay. So I want these. I want these. I want the ender pearls. I'll even take the ender pearl fragments, if I'm honest. We could end up voiding these if we wanted to. I want the ender tears, because you can actually convert the ender tears when you upgrade your promise of tenacity all the way up to tier 3. You can you can use some blood to turn your ender tears into ghast tears, and ghast tears are actually kind of a pain to get. We want the molten cores. This is all stuff from Reliquary. So we want the molten cores. If I'm right in thinking, the person that made Reliquary, the original Reliquary, made the original equivalent exchange. I could be wrong. Anyway, yeah, we want these molten cores because they're really cool. You can use them to get magma creams. You can use them to get even more blaze rods if you want to. But I feel like we're going to get enough blaze rods. I ran this like for like a minute. We got 20. And then obviously the nebulous hearts as well. These are really good because you can use... What the heck is that? A wraith node. Use as a destination for the ender staff in wraith node mode. Okay, fair enough. That's not really why I wanted to do it. It's because they break down into 3 ender pearls as well. So we've got like ridiculous amount of ender pearls right here. So all of these are on their own switches. That way I can go in and I can, you know, fiddle with the spawners eventually. And we can turn these 2 back on. I didn't have any blaze rods at the time. There we go. Blaze instruction manual. There it is. I'm actually going to void that one. I'm going to keep one. I'm going to keep one blaze instruction manual because they are pretty good. I knew he'd get stuck. Ah, there we go. we go. Oh, and the last thing I want to show you about this. This thing right here, the advanced demagnetation coil. I love this thing. This is from Simple Magnets, the same as my magnet. There we go. I haven't got anything for the experience just yet, have I? I'll have to figure something out for that. Ooh, that reminds me as well. I just saw Vengeance Spirit pop up. So we are going to have to go and make ourselves a gemstone torch. Yes. Let's make ourselves a quickie gemstone torch. Oh, you'll also... Oh, I don't want to make 8 of them. Yeah, I'll keep one of these and we'll convert all of those back. You'll also notice that I upgraded to a diamond furnace just because it's a lot quicker. And you can have more things going at once. And I did smelt all of my, like, ores down into ingots. Obviously not straight away down into ingots, but still. And there's a wandering trader. Excellent. So this thing right here is just going to go right there. And that means that there's no vengeance spirits. Now, the annoying thing about the vengeance spirits, I don't think I mentioned it last episode, but the really annoying thing about the vengeance spirits is those spawners in there, they have a spawn count, meaning that they can only have a certain amount of mobs around the spawner. So let's say it's a 16 spawn count, right? That means that if there's 16 mobs around the spawner, it won't spawn anymore. But that counts any mobs. So to be fair, having 2 of them in there at the same time is kind of counterintuitive because like 2 blazes will spawn and that will count towards the spawn count of the Enderman right there. And to be fair, we could just turn one of these off. So we've got 52 blaze rods already. That's insane. And there's the Enderman. Ah, there he is. And 51 ender pearls. That's insane. I love it. I love it. This is so good. I'm going to turn both of them off. I don't want to keep them running at all times because lag. But yeah, now the vengeance spirits aren't there, taking up the spawn count of both of our spawners. These should spawn a lot more, if you know what I mean. But I'm already, like, enamored by this. We've already got, like, a ridiculous amount of stuff. I'm not going to put this in because, as I said, I want to keep this. We're going to do a load of stuff with iron spells and spell books. I'm quite happy about that. The thing is, you don't need, like, a ridiculous amount of these. You just need, like, 1 or 2. So, yeah, there we go. Awesome. So that's a little mob farm all set up. I'm actually quite proud of these little mob farms that I did. The last thing I did was I slapped down a mega torch in the middle of the base right there. Mega torch means that in a 64 by 64, it says it on there, prevents natural spawns of hostile monsters in a big radius around the torch. I think it's 64 by 64. I don't remember if it's radius or diameter. So if it's 64 in diameter, that means it's 32 in that direction, 32 in that direction. But I think it's 64 in each direction. But that also counts with up and down. So 64 blocks down, nothing will spawn. Now, you might be thinking, why have you put a thingy there if you're going to have mob spawns down here? Read it again. It says prevents natural spawning of hostile mobs. These aren't natural. These are spawners. They are different, so they do work with it. I believe back in the day, the Ender IO spawners, you know, the spawner, this thing, the powered spawner, this thing counts as natural ones. This was in All the Mods 9, so it might not be the same. They might have changed it since, but in All the Mods 9, the powered spawners did not work if you had a mega torch. Oh, he's a loud one, isn't he? All right, I better have a sleep, and we're going to have a chat with him. How are you doing, Famalam? Mushroom Village map. Interesting. Okay. We got some sapphires. That's actually a pretty decent one right there. If we were going to go for iron spells and spellbooks straight away, getting some legendary ink. Not a bad idea. Actually, not a bad idea. Ah, he seems to have wandered off. What that was not very nice of him, was it? Anyway, right. I'm going to pop this in the system for now. We're not going to get into iron spells and spellbooks yet. Okay, I have upgraded this a little bit more. And by upgraded, I mean I've put in the piglin spawner as well. I did use the ham for that. Yeah. This one is a little bit different. It gets you gold swords, which we'd normally void those off. However, the first gold sword I got had sharpness 3, smite 3, and unbreaking 3. And I was like, oh, those are good enchants right there. So, you can probably see it in my inventory already. I have got... Oh, to be fair, I need more books than that, don't I? Book. Now, before I go on, I should probably mention something that does not bode well for refined storage. And that is, I logged out between this clip and the last clip. And I was putting all of my stuff into the 16K, like this. And then it crashed as I was logging out or something. I don't know exactly what happened to it. When I logged back in, there was a 16K in here, and it had like half of the stuff that was in this, basically. My 1K disappeared because I had two 1Ks and two 4Ks before. And the 16K that was in here didn't have anything in it when I logged back in, and it was refusing to take items. I don't know what happened. I had to void it off and make a brand new 16K. It was all really weird, basically. All I'm saying is, it seemed like it got corrupted, and I've only been playing this for like 5 minutes, it feels like. So, yeah. I was trying to split these out so then I could get myself another 16K. We could have two 16Ks, and that'll do us for a little while, I think. Would be nice to get a 64K at some point. But anyway, right, let's crack on with this new thing right here. That might have been picked up. Oh no, it's in my inventory. There it is. So, this is a Super Factory Manager thing. We love Super Factory Manager. I'm going to turn off my magnet right there. And what you do is you chuck some books down. You chuck the item with the enchantments on it. Put a piece of obsidian. The obsidian needs to be underneath. And then you basically use the anvil to put all of the like enchantments off of the golden sword into books. So now we've got an unbreaking 3. We've got sharpness 3. We've got a smite 3. That's pretty good, I think. Now, I'm quite tempted to leave that going whilst we're in the base. Oh, yeah, because H is my magnet, but it's also hover mode. Yeah, there we go. What would we get there? Sweeping Edge 3. That's actually a really good one to get. We just need another book. Now, there's a thing from the Bumble Zone that Pravin mentioned that I really want to go get at some point. So we'll have to give that one a go. The reason, by the way, that I mentioned about these books is because all of my books that I got from like villages and stuff were in the little bit that got deleted, unfortunately. Such a weirdness that happened right there. Anyway, we need to turn off our magnet one more time. Throw that down with the Sweeping Edge, because I really want that Sweeping Edge. And there we go. We got Sweeping Edge 3. And the best part is we can also stick them through like this, through the salvager. And that might have enough durability right there to get us 2 ingots of gold. Have a look. Nah, just the 1. Okie doke. This one, I doubt is going to get us much because it's got like barely any durability. I do think it's random though. So you never know. Yeah, there you go. We got 2 that time. That's so weird. Anyway. Always good, isn't it? Getting a bit of gold. And also we get gold from the piglins themselves. Now, I don't know if you saw it. Oh yeah. Turn that back on. Thank you. If we pop down here. I did a thing, and you guys know that I was going to do this. I made a modular router. I love modular routers. They're my favorite mod in this whole game. And what I did was I made a vacuum module. What this does normally is it will pick up drops from the area. I can take that one and put it through the thingy as well. Yeah, it will pick up drops from the area, and it will store it in the buffer, and then you can use a sender or whatever to take from the buffer and put somewhere else. So we could use this instead of the magnet upgrade right there. But personally, I'd rather use the magnet upgrade because it's like all built in at that point, isn't it? This one here, though, I have got the vacuum module, which instead I've set it to, well, I put one of these XP vacuum augments in it. And what this does is if we have a look right here, you'll see we've got 18 bottles of enchantment right there, bottles of enchanting. Because this thing, if you put the augment in there, it will pick up experience and it will convert it to bottles of enchanting. Or you can set it to nuggets of experience. Or you can set it to memory essence or anything else like that. I'm going to set it quickly back to bottles of enchanting because it's what we want. So that is the experience dealt with. So we've got no experience being piled up down here. Now, if it comes to it, I might start putting the golden swords in here. I kind of need the enchantments right now, don't I? But once you've got like a decent sword, what did that give us? I felt like they didn't give us anything. Anyway, once you've got a decent sword, you don't need more enchantments. So when that happens, I'll probably put the golden swords in the void upgrade. But for now, I actually quite like getting the golden swords because we can do stuff with them, right? Anyway, I'm going to turn that one off for now. All I did with that one is I embedded it in the wall right there. And you can see that I've got the redstone link on the front. And then I was thinking we could probably fit another one over on the other side there. And put it here. Just got to think what is a good one to put in here. I've got to have a think about that. What's the next one? Probably witches, but I kind of want one on its own for witches because that's going to be our main source of redstone eventually, right? And glowstone and sticks and sugar and everything, right? It's amazing. Bottles are really, really good as well. So yeah, there we go. That was, let me just chuck this in here. There we go. That was, I think, all we've got for today. I'm not going to log off right now because obviously I want this to finish what it's doing before actually I'm going to pop out the 1K storage disk from the storage housing. And we will eventually we'll use this to make, yeah, but I swear I had another 1K somewhere. I'm so confused what happened. It's very strange, isn't it? But we all know that refined storage is a little wonky sometimes. So it's kind of built in to everyone's understanding of refined storage, isn't it? A little bit. Anyway, between episodes, I will actually revamp this a little bit. I plan on maybe making a couple more, just a few more wind turbines or wind generators. And what I'm going to do is I made a thing from Lobster John's amazing mod Utilitarian called the Angel Block. That again was in the flipping disc that got deleted. Or was it? Angel? No, not the one, isn't it? Angel? Yeah, there it is. And I used all my feathers. That's so annoying. Anyway, I made one of these. And what that lets you do is you can just place in midair. So you don't need to place it up against anything. Meaning that I could fly all the way up in the air. I can make a load of wind generators. I could take the flux plug with me. Have all the wind generators point into the flux plug. And then use a flux point down here to charge this. I think that would be a really good idea. That's what I've tend to have done in the previous season, though. So maybe we figure out a different method. Now, another one that I was thinking, before we leave, I just wanted to talk about this. Another one I was thinking is, why don't we make a blaze-powered system? Because we do have blaze rods being generated right here. So we could technically just turn blazes on, have them on all the time. Maybe like amp up the spawner. Have all the blaze rods come in here. And then use those to feed into some generators. Because if we have a look here, it smelts 12 items, which is better than coal. That's pretty cool, I think. Having a blaze-powered system. I don't know how good that's going to be to begin with. I think I've got a plan when it comes to some power, but it's kind of late-game power. So yeah, there's a bit of that. Anyway, also, I'm kind of worried about modern industrialization later on. Because, as you've seen, if we try and do anything with shears, like if I do, what was it, the dead bush from last episode? We try and make the dead bush. It says we don't have shears. Oh, we don't actually have shears. Never mind. I should probably make a pair of shears whilst we're at it. Because the shears have disappeared. Unless they're in my backpack. They are not in my backpack. Damn it. Okay. But if we do this, and then we do this, it gets rid of the shears. Because it's like, that's got MBT data. And the one that you've asked for does not have MBT data. Whereas in Applied Energistics, it will just be like, yeah, I've got one of those. It has got MBT data, those, but I'm still going to use it. You see what I mean? Yeah. We need that a lot when it comes to modern industrialization. Because you do use... You could even set up, like, actual crafting patterns that use, like, hammers and stuff. And then if the hammer runs out, you could ask it to auto-craft you a new one. Which is awesome. But you can't really do that with refined storage, unfortunately. Although we've got crafters in this, which we didn't have back then. The RF tool crafter, which is really good. Crafter. Is Where are you? This one right here. Yeah. This thing is so good. We even had to use the formulaic assemblicators, which are like a bad version of the crafters. But it's fine that they're bad because it's part of mechanism and you could just like, yeah. Yeah, you could play the whole pack just with mechanism, couldn't you? Oh, right. Anyway, I'm going to call it here for today. I feel like we got quite a lot done. We got a bunch of mob spawners up and running. Let me know what you think other mob spawners I should get, because other than witch, obviously we need witch, but yeah. I feel like mob spawners are going to be our way of getting a lot of resources. Is this cave creeper? Is that still a thing? That was really good in like all the mods 8 and then all the mods 9 as well. Should try and get a cave creeper. Get an egg from that. That'd be good. Yeah. Anyway, right. I'm going to call it here. So thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.